Hello everyone, welcome to the Teacher Dashboard, the click-through for version 5 of FabuLingua designed in conjunction with teachers. This is what they've been asking us for. So here we are at the home page. We can see that Ms. Marta has got 2 classes. Let's drill into one of the classes. This is Class A. These are the stories that they have been working on right now. They've been working on 2 stories. Here's the progress summary. You can see 14 out of 15 students have completed mode 1. Whereas only 2 out of 15 have completed the last mode, mode 4. Let's drill down into this story a little bit more and see how Class A has been doing with it. Here's the engagement graph. Those students in green have been engaging very well in the story. The ones in red are struggling somewhat. Here's the stats for how that class has been doing in the story. These are the interaction words they've been clicking in that story. If you were to click down on here, you would see game words missed. What are the words that they've been missing in the game about this story? That would be something that the teacher would use to then maybe do a whole class on that vocabulary they're struggling with. Let's look at how the students are each doing individually in these stories. By the way, I could click into Alex and really drill down into how he's doing, but here I'm looking at it as from a class-wide perspective. I can see that Alex has completed all 4 of the modes and submitted 2 recordings. I would be able to double click here and listen to them and grade them and make notes. But I can see that Tim has only done 1 of the modes and he's in progress with 2 of them. So that gives me an idea of how the class is doing with this one story. Let's go back to the class view. This is stories, this is students, this is how the students are doing. This is the assignments that have been set for kindergarten class A. And this is more of the progress across all of the stories from all of the students. Let's go into the student section here. Let's drill down into Alex. Here we can see how he is doing relative to all of his peers across all of the stories. He's doing well, he's in green. These are his stats. These are the words he's clicked the most across all of the stories and the interactions. If we were to click down here and see, we can see which words has he missed most in the games and like his own personal list of things, words he's struggling with the most. Let's go down and look at the stories, how he's done. We can see that he has done very well with Rani and Sapi 1 and Rani and Sapi 2, but that he is still in progress with Rani and Sapi 3 and in Rani and Sapi 4. These 2 stories here, he's struggling with a little bit more. We can maybe ask him about what's going on there. Let's look at the games and how he's doing in games. There's 4 games for every story. That does everything from comprehension to some grammar things and spelling. And here, every game that is won when they get 100% correct in a game. You win 4 games, you open up 1 chest. So here we can see how he's doing in these different games. If you haven't opened a chest, you get a best of score. And then finally here, the activity log, we can see what he's working on a particular day. You can see when he last logged in, and then really what activities did he do that day. Here he did some magical translations, then he did some letter scrambles in that same story, and letter scramble game in a different story. Let's go over here and look at the supplemental resources. These are all created by teachers for teachers looking at the stories. And basically as a way of really expanding on the learning of each story, reinforcing it and kind of taking it to a new level. These are teacher guides, activities you can do outside of class based on each story and the language you learned there. This is the story itself, the printable version of the story with the text and the images, and this is the vocabulary you learned. These are games designed by the teachers around that story, that vocabulary. Like puzzles and Mad Libs and various other games. And then these are more traditional worksheets. Now we can go to assignments. We can see the kind of assignments you can set. You can either set, stuff like do this story, do these 2 modes on the story, and you can schedule them, or you could do this many games, or earn this many keys, or earn this many stickers, or earn these many playing cards, or play this amount of time, or do these worksheets, or do, I don't know, something custom like do a play based on one of the stories with your 2 friends. Anyway, so that is the FabuLingua dashboard. Thank you so much for listening.